Not quite sure of the YouTube etiquette when it comes to, this intro. Like, do you have to say, "Hi, everybody on YouTube. This is Wingnut"? It just seems counterproductive to me. But then again, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Ooh. Well, guys, back from another underway, and it is definitely fall. Temperatures dropped a bit, and I am wearing a vintage jacket. I got my stuff in the back, so I'll have to, when I get to a stopping place, put that in, make it a little bit more comfortable. But for the most part, back in for a little bit. We did pull in for a short amount of time. We were in for like a day, 2 days tops. Came in half a day, had a whole full day off, went out for another, then following morning. So wasn't exactly gone like the whole month and then some. We had a day back. So you got that going on. Oh, I guess they're not going. But anyways, let's head back in on the jazz. It's fall. Going and running some errands. I gotta get a spring form pan and a pan for a water bath, I guess is what it's called. I don't know the actual term in cooking for it. So your cakes don't get too moist. Or let me rephrase that, where they get too moist. Where the cakes don't get dried out and they stay moist when you cook them. So I have no idea what that shit is. But my wife told me to make sure to get a springform pan that was big enough, excuse me, a springform pan with the tall sides, and then get another pan big enough for the springform pan to fit into. And then I gotta swing by and check on a campground real quick. So, you guys get to see my usual Ocean View Avenue shore drive run that you've seen so many times before. But hey, it's like cold, right? It's chilly. So this week's about to be in the 60s, and then into the 80s on Sunday, and then back into the 60s again for the week. So it's starting to get more fall-ish. Some of the leaves on the trees are starting to slowly change color. It's chilly of a mornings. I can't complain about that. Oh, it's just good to be back. And I'm having to readjust to being home again. It just doesn't seem like I'm home enough to really readjust to back being home. I just, that's the schedule, that's the life. My wife's at work today. I got the day off. Oh, so we'll help her run some errands for something she's got going on next week. She's doing a women's retreat, and I got volunteered, and plus I offered to help. So don't take it as my wife's telling me I have to help her, but she asked for the help, and I gladly jumped on it. So I'm responsible for the wood. I gotta hook up to her, to a fella who I basically have scrap wood, and it's actual like firewood, but what it is it's all the knotty, twisted stuff that doesn't split good or doesn't split evenly, doesn't stack well, And the majority of people who buy firewood, they want that neat looking stack. Me, I want something that'll burn in a fireplace and keeps me warm. That's just me. So, but I've got a setup through him where I pretty much paid him a flat fee for as much as I could tote. And it's been working out pretty good for me. Not as good for him as he would like, because he's got more of it than I can tote off in any one shot. And I've volunteered it by the barrels to everybody I could, but that's how that works out. You know, on top of that, it's time to purchase insurance again for the bike. And wow, let me tell you, I thought it was expensive having two bikes until I added additional medical coverage on this bike. And we're looking at $500. Just for the medical coverage for a year, which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things isn't very expensive, but compared to what it was with the Honda, it's triple what I was paying for the Honda. You know, that's not carrying the other insurance. That was just the increase for medical. I was looking like something along the lines of $700 total for a year's worth of insurance on the bike. And to date, I don't have any moving violations on the bike. I also don't have any fuel in the bike. So I gotta stop and get fuel. But yeah, so to date, I haven't had any moving violations on the bike, and any points off my license or on my license. So, you know, that's what it is. And that is not cheap insurance. I'm sure for like someone a lot younger on a sport bike, that probably would be cheap insurance. I know one individual who's like $2,500 a year for his motorcycle insurance. Hurricane Matthew came through and did what it needed to do. A lot of downed trees and you know, a lot of bad stuff further south of us. And this place is in rough shape. I mean, our neighborhood wasn't too bad. Definitely had some problems. We had a bunch of trees down around the house and whatnot. Nothing affected us personally in our house, but definitely a lot of damage around the area, but not major damage. Not like in the Carolinas or Florida, Haiti, and all that. Which is the reason we mobilized, was to go and assist with that stuff. If you like what I gotta say, you've been listening, subscribe, you know, give me a like, give me a dislike. I don't care. It's on you. Have a great one.